School Garden Project guides. Hey y'all, if you are tuning into Organic Food Matters, you already know we care about real food, like food that actually tastes like something, food that did not sit on a truck for 2 weeks or get sprayed with stuff you cannot pronounce. And the best way to get that kind of food is to grow it yourself. Better yet, get your whole school growing it. That is what this is about, school gardens. Not the kind where one tired teacher waters a sad tomato plant in July while nobody is around. I mean real gardens, student-run, community-backed, cafeteria-changing, kid-transforming gardens right here in the United States of America. So pull up a chair. We're going to talk through how to start one, how to keep it alive, and how to make sure the kids actually learn something besides how to get dirt under their fingernails. Spoiler, they will get dirt under their fingernails. That is half the point. Why bother with a school garden? Look, I get it. Schools are busy, teachers are stretched thin, budgets are tighter than last year's jeans. So why add one more thing? Because it works. Kids who grow kale will at least try kale. I have seen it. You put a second grader in charge of a radish from seed to harvest, and suddenly that kid is a radish evangelist. They are dragging their parents to the farmer's market talking about root vegetables like they are trading baseball cards. It is not just about food either. Gardens teach science without a textbook. You want to teach the water cycle. Go watch it happen after a rainstorm in the garden beds. You want to teach math. Have kids measure spacing, calculate square footage, figure out how many seeds per row. You want to teach patience. Try growing carrots. Those little guys take forever. Plus, it gets kids outside, away from screens, into the sun, moving their bodies. Schools across the United States of America are dealing with more anxiety and attention issues than ever. Dirt therapy is real. Ask any gardener. There is something about hands in soil that chills people out. And for Organic Food Matters, and this is the mission. We want kids to understand where food comes from, not from a grocery store, from soil, from sun, from sweat. And once they get that, they start caring about organic, about local, about the whole food system. Getting started without losing your mind. All right, so you are sold. You want a garden. Step one, do not try to build the Eden of the Midwest in year one. Start small, like embarrassingly small. Find a spot with sun. That means 6 hours minimum. If your school is surrounded by buildings or giant oaks, you might need to get creative. Raised beds on the blacktop work, containers near the south wall work. I have seen schools in New York City grow salad on their roof. If they can do it, your school can do it. Next, get permission. Talk to your principal first, then facilities, then the district if you have to. Bring them a plan, not a dream. Show them where it will go, who will maintain it, how it will not become a weedy mess over summer. Admin folks love it when you have already thought about the problems. Then build your crew. You cannot do this alone. You need a teacher champion, a parent, volunteer or two, maybe a local master gardener, and most important, the kids. Get a garden club going, even if it is just 5 fourth graders and a kid who heard there might be snacks. That is your core team. Money. Yeah, we have to talk about it. Grants are your best friend. The USDA Farm to School program has cash. Whole kids, foundation funds, school gardens all over the United States of America. Local hardware stores will often donate lumber or soil if you ask nice and promise to put their logo on your garden sign. Do not be shy. The worst they can say is no. What to plant when you have no clue? Keep it easy. You want wins early. fast-growing stuff that kids can pick and eat before the school year ends. Radishes, 25 days seed to mouth. They are spicy, they are colorful, and kids think they are magic. Lettuce, cut and come again. Varieties, I mean, you can harvest leaves and they grow back. And it is like the garden is giving you high fives. Snap peas. Kids love them. They are sweet. They grow up a trellis, which looks cool, and you can eat them right off the vine. Cherry tomatoes, if your season is long enough. Nothing beats a sun-warm cherry tomato. That is the flavor that gets kids hooked for life. Herbs, basil, mint, chives. They are basically unkillable, and they make the garden smell amazing. Skip the drama crops at first. No giant pumpkins. No corn that needs a whole field. No melons that take over the playground. You can get fancy in year 3 and go organic from the start. No weird sprays, no synthetic fertilizer, compost. Most kids have never seen compost. When they realize you can turn banana peels and lunch scraps into plant food, their minds get blown. That is the kind of lesson that sticks. Making it part of school, not extra. Here is where gardens die. They become the pet project of one teacher who then retires or burns out. If you want this to last, you have to tie it to class. Science teachers can do soil testing. Math teachers can have kids design the bed layout to scale. English teachers can do garden journals. History teachers can talk about the Three Sisters method Native Americans used. Art teachers can make plant markers. Cafeteria staff can do taste tests. In California, I visited a school where the kindergarten did a pizza garden. They grew tomatoes, basil, peppers, onions, all the stuff for pizza. Then they made English muffin pizzas in class. Those kids were 5. They understood farm to table better than most adults. You also need a summer plan. Schools in the United States of America shut down for 2 months, and gardens do not. This is where community comes in. Do a summer share program. Families sign up to water and weed for a week, and they get to harvest whatever is ripe. Everybody wins. Or partner with a local summer camp or YMCA. Somebody has to keep things alive, or you come back in August to a jungle. The real talk about problems, pests will come. Squirrels will steal your strawberries. Aphids will throw a party on your kale. That is gardening. Do not freak out. Teach kids about it. Ladybugs eat aphids. That is cooler than any YouTube video. Vandalism happens sometimes. It sucks. But 9 times out of 10, if you involve the whole school in the neighborhood, people respect the garden. Put up a sign. Kids made this. Please be kind. You would be surprised how well that works. Weather will wreck your plans. A late frost will zap your seedlings. A heat wave will fry your lettuce. That is also gardening. It teaches resilience. You replant, you try again. Kids need that lesson. And yes, some kids will not care. They will say, you to everything. Fine, you are not going to win them all. But you plant the seed. Maybe they do not eat the spinach now. Maybe 10 years from now in college, they remember Mr. Johnson's garden, and they buy the organic spinach instead of the chips. That is a win. Connecting to the cafeteria, this is the holy grail. Growing food is great. Getting that food into school lunch is next level. It is not easy. There are health codes. There are district rules. But schools all over the United States of America are doing it. Start small. Maybe the cherry tomatoes become a salad bar topping for one day. Maybe the basil becomes pesto for a special lunch. Talk to your nutrition director early. Bring them into the garden. Let them see the standards. Most of them want fresh food too. They are just buried in paperwork and regulations. Help them and celebrate it. When the garden lettuce hits the cafeteria, make a big deal. Announcements, photos, kids wearing I grew this shirts. That creates buy-in, keeping the hype alive. You have to make the garden visible. Put it near foot traffic, have a big colorful sign, do a harvest party in the fall, invite parents, invite the mayor if you can, get the local paper out, use social media. Organic Food Matters lives on YouTube, but your school garden can live on Instagram. Post a weird carrot that looks like a hand. Post a kid who finally tried a cucumber. People eat that stuff up, and tie it to bigger ideas. Talk about food waste. Talk about climate. Talk about how growing food locally cuts down on trucks crisscrossing the United States of America. Kids get that. They care more than we think, year 2 and beyond. First year is survival, second year is systems. You figure out what grows well at your school. You build your volunteer base. You start saving seeds. By year 3, you are dreaming. Maybe a greenhouse, maybe a pollinator garden for bees, maybe chickens. I know a school in Texas with a full-on farm. Started with 3 raised beds. Document everything, what you planted, when you planted, what worked, what flopped, because next year you will not remember. And the teacher who takes over after you will need that info. And always, always keep it about the kids. It's easy to get caught up in the perfect rouse and the Instagram photo. But if the kids are not digging, planting, tasting, failing, and trying again, then you just built a fancy landscaping project. Final thoughts from Organic Food Matters. We started this channel because we believe food is the foundation. How we grow it, how we share it, how we teach it. That shapes everything. A school garden is not a silver bullet. It will not fix every problem in education or the food system. But man, it helps. It gives kids agency. It gives them skills. It gives them a reason to care about organic, about soil, about their health. So if you are a teacher, a parent, a principal, a lunch lady, a kid watching this with your class, let's start something. Plant 1 pot, plant 1 bed, get your hands dirty. Because the United States of America needs more kids who know that food does not come from a box. It comes from the ground. And once you know that, you never look at a carrot the same way again. Thanks for hanging with Organic Food Matters. If you start a garden, tag us. We want to see it. We want to celebrate it. And we will be back next week with more ways to make real food part of real life. Now go get some dirt under your nails.